Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for this episode 7 on Silverrun with me, Farmer Murphy. Well, unfortunately still no Mikey. I kind of expected him back by now, but he's still dealing with issues in real life, and that happens to the best of us, so we wish him well and a speedy return, but I thought I'd better carry on. So anyways, it's the next day. You can see it's snowing pretty good. We got snow on the ground. Our money has gone up a little bit, and that's because I sold the bowls and pepper grinders we had made that we had turned on at our wood turner. Uh, Name escaped me there for a minute. But I thought we'd do this morning is we go for a ride and take a look at a few things because I have done a little logging and have made some decisions on moving forward. So I've got our truck here in the shop, all nice and warm for you, and I even washed it. So don't expect that kind of treatment all the time. So like I said, I did a little logging. All the logging that I did, I took the logs or wood to our sawmill. I didn't sell any. And like I said, my goal is to sell the products from the wood, make our wood go farther, and we won't have to strip so much landscape. At least that's the hope anyways. So I did take a few trees out of here, just some of the largest ones, and not all, because Mikey's house is right up in behind there, and I didn't want to totally spoil his view. I didn't need his wife getting after him for stripping out her nice scenic view. But if you look over here to the right, there is a natural gap here. I actually didn't log that out. That was here. And we're well behind Mikey's house, so everything here to the end of the road there where it turns down by the bridge, we're going to log all the big trees out. I have almost a trailer load of logs here, and the reason they're sitting there is that I have decided to add another production. We're going to add the barrel factory, and we have just about enough money to do that. But once we get done the next couple chores we're going to do, we will have enough. But I'm not sure. I didn't do any investigation. I don't know if it takes raw wood or if we're going to need planks and long planks, like we have to do for the the flooring factory. So we'll purchase that before we deliver those in case we can take some raw wood there. I'll get turned around here without going in the creek, hopefully. And I think the barrel factory, it might take metal as well, because barrel usually have metal bands on them, so it might be a place we can sell our metal. I'm not sure. I wasn't smart enough to go and investigate all that ahead of time. You'll find out at the same time I do. Now, the guys have been working on the roller coaster like gangbusters. Like I said, it's only been one day basically. I think I left you about noon yesterday. Speaking of which, I did the stump grinding up on the hillside behind the hayfield. The little Kubota skid steer worked much better. Having brakes really does help. So that was a good investment. I didn't go careening down any hillside, so I was pretty sweet. But yeah, look at that. I mean, they're just going crazy on that thing. Really starting to look like a roller coaster. And as we can see, we have enough wood beams, yes. Planks, yes. Planks, long, yes. So we don't need to make any more deliveries here until they're done this stage, but it won't be long and they'll be completed that. Let's run over and take a look and see how they're doing on the boat. I must say, these workers here do work fast. I think if I recall, there's 11 stages for that roller coaster. I thought it was supposed to take a few years to do, but we're humming right along. Now, floor tiles is the thing that the boat's going to be hung up on because we were way short. Forgot to check this morning to see if there are any there. There may be some that we can deliver. Planks. Oh, it looks like they need we're hung up on planks at 0 liters, so looks like we need to bring another bit of planks down here. Planks long, we should be okay, but wood beams were short, and yeah, floor tiles. But this is really starting to look like a boat. Wow. Pretty snazzy. Yeah, they're coming right along. So we'll have to check and see if we've got floor tiles. I know we won't have 4,200 liters worth though. Now, where we're going to head to next is up at the sawmill. So that's a little bit of a drive, and you've seen it many times. So I'll just meet you up there. So see you there. Well, we're up here at the sawmill. We have some good number of planks long again, and 1 pallet of beams, and always lots of planks, and again some more prefab walls. I think we're going to sell at least one of these off to give us the little extra money we need for the production. I did remember, I looked it up at one point, I think the barrel factory was 110,000 if I recall correctly, so we're close. But the other thing I wanted to show you is over here I have our dump truck set up, and I have our skid steer up, and we have some wood chips. Now, even with field info, it doesn't tell us how much is in there, but there's a little bit of a pile, so we're going to load those up and sell them because it's peak time for wood chips. But before we do that, I don't know if you guys remember, I certainly had forgotten, but when we cleared out the area up on top for the iron furnace, we had some scrap that we had thrown beside the road, and that was still sitting there, and I noticed it because I hauled up another load of ore this morning because it was starting to get low, and so I loaded those up here on this our flat deck trailer, and we're going to throw them in the wood chipper. Now, from what I understand, this wood chipper gives you extra or bonus wood chip over other ways of getting wood chip. So I don't know, do we need to turn this on or anything? I have absolutely no idea. Doesn't look like we need to do anything. A smart guy probably would have figured that out, but anyways, these we can lift by hand, and I'm hoping we can just chuck them all right in there, or not. Try that again. Oh, away it goes. So I'm going to wood chip these up, and probably isn't going to amount to a whole lot, but they were in the road, so might as well get rid of them. So you can see I'm going to do this a few more times. Oh, didn't hear it go that time. Did I chuck it over? I did. Too strong. Oh, I think I did it again. Anyways, I'll carry on. I'll get all these wood chipped, and then I'll bring you back in, and we'll start loading them up. So we'll see in a little bit. Okay, so I got all those chucked into the wood chipper, and I've set things up here to load up this wood chip here so we can sell it. I had to move the truck because when I did a little test, I wasn't sure if the Kubota would lift high enough to dump in. I assumed it would, but I thought I better test it. I couldn't get back up the hill. It was a little bit too steep, so I moved the truck where it's a little bit flatter. Seems to be a bit of a collision on there. Now, I really have no idea how much wood chip is we're going to get off here. There's going to be a few buckets. It might actually be more than a truckload. Our truck holds 12,000 liters. So that'll be 6 bucket loads. So it looks like I'll be making more than one trip, I'd say. Boy, down is a little bit slow on this thing. But hey, it's got brakes. So I won't complain. Can't lower it and drive at the same time. Don't have enough hands or enough fingers. I don't know if you guys heard the dog barking outside. I've got a new microphone and I've tried to set it up so that it limits the environmental noise. So that'll be a good test. Oh, she's going right nuts if you can hear her. I suppose I should have been counting it. I don't know if that was 4 or 5. Might have been 4 because it doesn't look like it's that full. Oh. Nice. We'll take that. I think I'm going to borrow the money to put in the spinnery, because we need this. We're going to need fabric for the ship here at some point, sooner rather than later, I think. Let's just check and see how full we are. One more bucket. And I don't want to wait until we sell enough products to get the money we need for that. What I think the spinnery is 80,000 if I remember correctly, but we're going to need to do some landscaping. So as you recall, we paid all our loan off, so we certainly have enough equity in land and equipment that we can borrow a little bit and get that done, because we do have one full pallet of wool that our sheep have provided us. Well, it's definitely going to be more than one trip. Let's take a look and see where the best price is. Oops. Wood chips. Uh, Fire department. All right. Well, I'll jump in the truck and head down there and we'll sell this. See what we get. I'll see you down there. Well, I interrupt this live action for a bit of commentary. Not sure what happened, if I wasn't recording when I thought I was or if I accidentally deleted the clip, but I didn't have the clip of me dumping the first load of wood chip. And before I did that, I did happen to notice that it wasn't the fire station that had the best price, but actually the hotel. So I brought the first load up to the hotel and we got just over 15,000 for it. So that's the clip that's missing. So now I can return you back to the live Mr. Farmer Murphy. I'm down here at our hotel with our third complete load of wood chips. Very pleasantly surprised by that. But that is it. There's not even a bucket load of wood chips left up there. But that worked out rather nicely. Now I'm going to take this truck and I'm going to take it to our yard and we'll give it a service. We might as well do that seeing as it's down here before it goes back up the hill. And I'm going to go up to the sawmill where our gooseneck truck and trailer is. And I'm going to load up some material up there and then I'll explain where it's all going once I've got it loaded. So I will meet you up there. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we have a load on our trailer here, as you can see. So these prefab walls are just going for sale. Then I have 2 planks long. One is going to each of the wood turner and the flooring factory. Then if we come around to the other side, the wood beams are going to the boat along with one of the planks. You may recall when we checked it, it said we had the planks hung up at 0, so there's just a small fraction of planks it needs. So that's what's going to fix that. And then the other load of planks is going to the flooring factory. But before I can unload all that, I have to go to the shop and change the bucket here on the Kubota for the fork. So that is what I'm going to do. And when I get all that done, I'll bring you back in. Oh, and when I'm at the flooring factory, I'll pick up 2 pallets of floor tiles and take them to the boat. So I'm going to get all those deliveries. Our money will go up a little bit for the prefab walls. The rest of the deliveries are just going into productions. So I'll get that all taken care of and I'll meet you back at the barrel factory, I guess is where we'll go next, and we'll purchase that and see what it takes. So I'll see you there. Well, here we are down at the barrel factory, and not just any barrel factory. You can see it's spiffy barrel making. Definitely sounds like something we want to be involved in. It's just not run-of-the-mill barrels, but spiffy barrels. So let's purchase this. 120,000. So another industry up and running in the town. Let's see what we need to supply it. So it doesn't take raw wood, it takes planks long and metal. So we can do that. Oh, it looks like there's some metal in there already, probably from when we sold it. So what I'm going to do is I'll run up and grab some planks long and bring them down, and we can get barrel making on the go. Our trailer's just sitting in our yard with the skid steer still on it, so I will make that delivery and I'll catch up with you when that's done. Well, there, our delivery dance is done for today. I took 3,000 liters of long planks there, pretty much all the ones we had. There was just one pallet left there. Didn't want to short us because I know the roller coaster will be looking for materials likely tomorrow. So we should go in here and, oh, it is all turned on. So we're making barrels, buckets, and bathtubs. Nice. So we'll see how fast it eats through that. That is why we're doing the deliveries and not distributing. So we can prioritize where things go, and we may have to slow some down or pause some productions, but likely we'll just turn some off and keep some running, so we don't break our agreement with the town. As you recall, we got a nice break to come here, but the agreement was we had to invest back in the town and help it get up and running again, and I think we were doing pretty well. I mean, obviously, the roller coaster projects needs to be or is employing a lot of folks. We've got the boat building back up and running, and we have the flooring factory, the barrel factory now, and the wood turner are all up and producing products, creating employment for the area. So, and we've done it in just a few months. So I think the town's got to be pretty happy. At least they haven't asked for a come to Jesus meeting anyway, so we're going to take it that they're happy. So the next thing I'd like to do is to get the spinnery in because I know we're going to need fabric for our sailboat here, but I don't want to do that when there's snow on the ground. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish logging off enough trees to fill that trailer up today. And I know now they'll go to the sawmill. I might actually go and top up what was it the wood turner used for raw logs. I might top it up. It's not in need, but might as well top it up since we've got them. So I think that's what's on the schedule for today. So I will leave you there, and I will go and do that logging. And it's not that I'm never going to show any logging again. I just was hoping to do that when Mikey got back, or we got some new equipment, a new process. So I'll just continue to do that off camera for now. So I will probably catch up with you tomorrow because I suspect the roller coaster will be eating through its materials and we'll need to do see what we can deliver for the next phase. So we will catch up with you then. Well, good morning. It's the next day. As you can see, we have a pile of snow here still on the map. Let's run across the road and check out things at the roller coaster. It should be done. It's last stage. I just don't want to get hit by the train there. No denying what is being built across the road there. It's really looking like a roller coaster these days. Check for traffic. Let's see. Yes, sir. It is completed the last stage, and now we have a list of materials that we need for the next stage. So I'm going to take a note of these, and I'll head up to the sawmill and pick up what we have available. I'll bring it back down here, and we'll get it unloaded, and I will meet you back here at that point. So see you in a minute. Well, I have everything that we have in stock that the roller coaster needs, but we are short wood beams basically. I have 2,000 liters of wood beams on the trailer, um, but I'm only going to deliver 1,000 here. That is because it's wood beams and floor tiles that the boat needs. And if I were to deliver both pallets of wood beams here, then there'd be nothing for the boat to work on. And I do have another pallet of floor tiles available that we'll take to the boat as well. So that'll keep both projects going, and the roller coaster and the boat will still both be short of beams, but nothing we can do about that. We'll just have to wait for more to be made. So I will get these unloaded and I will catch up with you when that's done. Well, there we go. Delivery's done. Now, with both the roller coaster and the boat being hung up on wood beams, they're just going to have to share. But I think the boat only is going to need one more pallet, and it'll be done with the wood beams, and it'll just be the floor tiles. And I think it's going to take two pallets of floor tiles to finish. But I did deliver that load of logs that I showed you earlier. I topped it up and I filled up the wood turner so it's completely full of raw wood. And I threw the rest into the sawmill. So it has lots of wood. I think it's still at pretty near 75,000 liters. So there's no need to be doing any logging. And as you can see, our money went up pretty nicely from that delivery to the roller coaster. So I think the next thing I want to do is get that spinnery in, even though it means I have to borrow a little bit because from the look of that boat, we're going to be needing fabric. But I don't want to do it with all this snow. So what I'm going to do is just fast forward through the day. It's supposed to get warmer late in the day. I don't know if it'll be enough to get rid of this snow, but if it is, I'll work on getting the spinnery in. But in any event, we're going to call this an episode here. The reason being is I was talking to Mikey earlier today, and it sounds like he's going to be back, and we can start a new episode with Mikey tomorrow. So, although this will leave us just a little bit short on this episode, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes short, I think it's more than worth it because we'll be able to start one tomorrow with Mikey. And so all will be right with the world again, and we'll be back to multiplayer. So I'm pretty excited about that, and glad to be having him back. So we will leave it there. So if you're still with me, I really appreciate you watching. If you found this entertaining or informative in any ways, I encourage you to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to see when other content like this lands, hit that old notification bell. And but until next time, this is me, Farmer Murphy, signing off.